I'm Cosmic Conroy, and you are very welcome to this, the Bitcoin Tarot podcast, in which we ask the question, can tarot do better than technical analysis? We introduce a new co-host this episode, who'll be doing our reports for us. So, hello Charting Chad.
Alright Conroy, how's it going? Thanks for inviting me to the show.
You are very welcome, Chad. Each week, Chad will be giving us a report on the price action during the previous week and a prediction using technical analysis over what will happen in the coming weeks. And the judges will compare my prediction with his to award our grades. This week, of course, there's only my prediction to go, so over to Charting Chad to see how I did.
Thanks Conroy, and what a week in Bitcoin it's been. The CME futures expired on Friday and the whole price shot up by $500, biggest candle we've seen in ages. Next up, fake Satoshi releasing his book, or a preview of it on a PDF. No private keys, no fucking chance mate, load of bollocks. Then, today, Binance went down for a couple of hours. They said they were having trouble with an API being exploited. What a palaver. So anyway, looking at the prices for this week, the way it's affected the prices is it was all going down until those CME futures hit, and then bang, straight up, been going up ever since. The judges have accorded you, Conroy, a grade D-, which is pretty poor. They thought that at least you'd mentioned the institutions might raise a tower, but it didn't collapse. So that brings your grade average to a B-, Conroy. If we look now for our prediction for the week, we look first at the weekly chart. We see that the price is going down, the averages are all going down, and the price is below the average. So even though the price has ticked up a bit the last couple of days, we are in a bear market. We should expect there to be more downward pressure than upward pressure. Moving on to add some trend lines to that chart, we see that the price has this little uptick, but it's reaching the trend line quite soon. Probably hasn't got far to go before we'd have to break the trend to increase any further. So overall, I think probably down over the next few weeks, perhaps down to the return to trend of about 4K. Next up, we've got the hourly charts. And on the hourly candles, you can see that what happened is we've bounced off a local trend line and are now heading up towards the top of the channel. Not much further to grow. You can see if we add the purple line to the chart that represents the prior high, then it hasn't quite reached that prior high. If it does get through, we might see a bit of an increase, but otherwise likely to go down. And even if it goes through and it gets the increase, it's going to bounce off either the 50-day or the downtrend. So overall, if we look at the hourly chart, we can see there's not quite over that graph yet. If we get over that line, that's the thing that really matters. So overall, we're likely to end the week down, maybe with a bump up first. So that's it from me. I'm looking forward to smashing the tarot over the coming weeks. And in the meantime, it's back to you, Conroy.
Thanks, Chad. So it's time to start the reading. Will that tower of money created by the institutions collapse as the card suggested? They haven't collapsed yet. We'll find out what will happen with our usual 4-card spread. The first card will represent the past. The second card will represent the current moment. The third card will represent the future of Bitcoin. And the final card will give an underlying reason, a causality for the whole timeline. So, let's begin with our first card. Our first card represents the last 7 days in Bitcoin. And that card is the 10 of Trumps. It's the Wheel of Fortune. The card tells us about karma and the cycles of luck and markets. It seems the cards might be suggesting that this week's uptick has been a result of the normal roll and tumble of market cycles. What's the next card going to reveal? Our next card represents the current moment in Bitcoin. And that card is the 4th Trump, the Emperor. He's strong and stable. He represents law and order. It may be reinforcing the previous card's suggestion that this uptick has been a normal, lawful market cycle. But what will the future bring? Our third card represents the next 7 days in Bitcoin, and that card is the 19th trump card, the Sun. The cards think that we will have joy and happiness and warmth and energy. This is a good sign. But why would the normal, lawful effects of the market bring us sunshine in this rainy bear market? Let's find out with our last card. Our final card represents an overall causality for the timeline, and that card is the second trump card, the Priestess. It seems that it's inner feelings and subconscious intuitions and growth that are funding the normal market cycles, which will lead, for now at least, to some sunshine. It seems the cards are telling us that we are in a normal, lawful upcycle for now, so while we're in this upcycle, make hay while sun shines. That's all we have time for this week. I'd like to do a longer show and focus on some longer cards and perhaps let Chad look at some other coins, but we can't afford to do it with no money. So if you want to chip in to change that, here's a Bitcoin address. Bitcoin's a nice coin, and if it's in the lead when we reach the end of our fundraising target, then we will not look at any altcoins at all in our longer format show. Here's an Ethereum address. If you prefer Ethereum and think we should take some time in the longer format show to concentrate on that currency, then send some money here. It's in the lead at the moment, and running up in second place is its little daughter currency, Ethereum Classic. If you want Ethereum Classic to be featured in the long format show, then send money here right now. Finally, we also have a Bcash address for those who like big blocks. If you want us to do a reading on big blocks in the longer format show, then send money to Bitcoin Cash here. Thanks for listening. Make hay while the sun shines, and we'll see you next week. May the Bitcoin bless you.